Hello, resilient champions. I hope you're all doing fine. I was trying to get rid of this background and I can't do it because it came automatically and I can't do it. So let's go. Hi, my dear sister, Triple Threat, Firearms and Defense. How are you doing? Happy to have you here. I hope you're having a blessed day. And I am really so happy with today's topic. As always, a fresh start. And for you, what is a fresh start? Or is it necessary to wait for the new year to make new year resolutions and start fresh? So let me acknowledge the people who are in the chat. Angela's Gardening Delight, you are so welcome. Happy to have you here. Mother of twins, I hope you're doing fine. Happy Wednesday. I'm glad to have you here. My other sister, Triple Threat, you are welcome. I'm glad to have all of you here. It's always a pleasure to have you and to know that there are people who are supporting you and helping you to grow. Hey, little sis, thank you so much. Always appreciated. I hope you're having a blessed day. Today's topic, we are talking about a fresh start. And I brought this topic because most often people think that they have to wait for the new year to make resolutions and then get a fresh start. I don't know what you think, but for me, I think that it is necessary to change anytime you want and anytime you think that there is a need. I know that change is painful, but what is not painful? Is it easier to stay stuck or to face your challenges, accept change, and change a few things and just start something that you've never done? So, change is really difficult because and challenging because we have the fear of the unknown. We are more comfortable with the things that we already know. We are more comfortable in our comfort zone, and we fear that what if this new thing that I want to do does not work? What if people criticize me? What if, what if? But the real question we should be asking, what if it succeeds? What if this new thing that I want to do is the best thing that will happen to me? And I know how difficult it is because sometimes we really get so stuck and so afraid that we become inactive. Meanwhile, action is the prescription for success. And they will say there are no limits to which or to what you can accomplish as long as you decide to try something new. Because the only limits that we have are mostly those that we impose. So most of our limits are self-imposed. It is true that we also have other challenges that are not in our sphere of control, but most often, if we uplift all those beliefs that are limiting us, especially the belief that we might not succeed or that we are not good enough, if we can uplift that and try new things, I think we will be surprised at what we can accomplish. And like they say, when I was reading and preparing for this topic, I saw one quote, an anonymous quote that said, "Life is like a camera. Focus on what's important, capture the good times, develop from the negatives, and if things don't work out, take another shot. And for me, this was really so like, yeah, this is really what I'm talking about. The line that if things don't work, take another shot. What does that mean? It means every time things are not working, start again. And every time you are starting again, you are starting with a lot of experiences from the learned lessons from what failed. And that's why I always say start now, not later. Anytime you think that you need a new start, start now. And when I was thinking, I also reflected on the times that your phone is not working. You reboot it immediately. You don't wait for maybe 2 days or whatever. Once your phone is not working well, you reboot it. And that's the same way how we can treat our lives. If things are not working well, do a reboot, do a reset. When I was putting on the computer to start, I was trying to remove the background. It was really not easy, but I tried to remove it and I said, okay, let me stay with the background. I will do that later. But I will not wait till when all the things that are not working get to the end of the year. Then I start thinking that with New Year resolutions, I am starting anew and that it's going to be better at this time. I want to acknowledge Tracy, you're welcome. My sister, True Mamle, you are welcome. Hi, Mike. It's a pleasure to have you. It's a pleasure to have all of you in the chat, and I thank you for the thumbs up as you come in. Hi, the bot files. I hope you are doing well. I hope the year started very well for you. I am so happy to have you here. Thank you very much for your time, and thank you for stopping by for us to talk about fresh starts and whether it is necessary to wait till the end of the year or you should start at every time it is necessary. And I'm sharing my experience. I don't do New Year's resolutions because I found out that they were very difficult for me to maintain and take to the end. And so I decided to start doing fresh starts every time the need arises. I don't wait till when it's the end of the year because New Year resolutions they don't work for me. I don't know if that's the same thing that you experience. Yes, like Triple said, Thread says, that's right. I started my health journey back in October. I didn't wait until the new year. Absolutely, Triple Thread. Because when we want to wait, the more we wait, the more we remain in our comfort zone. And then the more it becomes difficult to, to start new things or to take that change that is necessary to help us. And that's why it is so I'm really so happy to know that I'm not the only one who is challenged by the by the new year resolutions. Tracy says I too stopped doing it. I start each day like a new year. Absolutely, Tracy, that's the way to go. Because if you have to wait, a lot of other things will get spoiled in the process. And the more you're waiting, the more things are getting bad. And then the more you're deep in the rut, the more challenging and difficult it is to come out. That's so, so important. And I'm really so happy that I'm not the only one. Like they always say, when you share your story and your journey, you discover that there are so many people out there who also think like you and who are also doing things like 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 you. And that's why it is so important. Sharing your journey is very, very important. So when I realized that I can't wait till the end of the year. And the same thing like Tracy, the same thing like Triple Threat, and a lot of people out there who think that it is necessary to start now. Like they always say, the best time to start anything is now. The best time to start was yesterday. But what is the second best time to start? It is now. It is now. So once you think and you realize that things are not moving the way you want, take a break, look at what is not moving, and see. Always ask yourself, is this what I want? With this pace, am I going to get what I want? And that gives you the opportunity to know that this is time to reset. This is time to start again. This is time to start fresh, and that there's no time to waste. Yes, Tracy says yes, you can get overwhelmed yourselves with having too much on the plate, especially if it's not practical. Most won't get to do it. Some will, but some won't. Absolutely. Thank you. I want to acknowledge. Hi, Kevin. I hope you're doing better today. I hope you're well now. I am always so grateful for your time and for your service. Thank you so much. I want to welcome Blind Guy, his wife, and their life. It is a pleasure to have you. I am always so grateful when you stop by. And then I also want to acknowledge Maggie. You are welcome. I hope you're doing fine. Thank you, everyone in the chat and those who are going to watch the replay. Today, we are talking about fresh starts, and I am sharing my experience of not waiting till the end of the year to start. I treat my life like people treat their phones. Once your phone is not working, you reboot it immediately. If your computer is not working, you reboot it immediately. You don't wait till the end of the year, because if you wait till the end of the year, it becomes, there are things that are going to get keep piling up, and then you find yourself deeper and deeper in your rut, and it becomes more complicated to come out of it. And so I wanted to share today the necessity to start now and not later, because I have experienced it. I'm not very good at making New Year resolutions and keeping them. It was a big challenge for me. And so I tried to find a different way or a different strategy to help me to grow. And that's how I started making a habit of evaluating and auto evaluating everything that I was doing, and treating my life like a project cycle, always monitoring, evaluating, adjusting, and readjusting. And so I did that, and I found that I had more results, I had better results. And that's why I'm sharing with you today that change is painful, but nothing is as painful as staying stuck with the things or people that no longer serve you. And that's why a lot of times it is good to declutter. Declutter the things, the people, and the habits that no longer serve you. Because each new start is a new opportunity, and each new start gives you the real perspective that there are no limits to what you can accomplish except the limits that you place on your own thinking. And that's why they say mindset is capital. Mindset is very important, because what we think is the way we act, and action is the prescription for success. And if we take action that is not going to be give us the results that we want, we are going to really stay stuck. And that's why, for change to happen, you need a mindset change. I want to acknowledge Miss V in the house. Urban Gardening Chronicles, I am so happy to have you. Thank you so much for your time. And for everybody that is coming in, I appreciate your time and your effort. Thank you so much for all you do. Yes, Tuba Chat is a good example of how we can just start now. Oh, okay. Blind Guy says, you are a good example of how we can just start now to be successful in taking action. Absolutely. And I'm laughing because Blind Guy knows me from a long time when I used to not even have the when I used to go to people's live streams. First, I would just not come on the panel. I'd listen behind the scene. Then I started coming on the panel without my camera and just listening. And then I started talking. And then I started progressively putting on the camera and talking. And to the extent of thinking that I had to create my own channel. Blind Guy, his wife, they know what they are talking about. And I am so happy and thankful that they have been with me, holding my hand through the journey and just helping me to become. Like the other day, I was talking about becoming. Oh my goodness, you are something else. Ah, I am really so happy with everybody in the chat. I want to acknowledge my brother and my cousin, David. Wait, Triple Thread, how did you get here? Okay. Triple Thread is my sister and she has my back. So I have the link in the chat, and anybody who wants to come up and share is free to come up and share. And talking about talking about starting now, uh, it's it's something that you have to build like a habit, because sometimes you really just get afraid and you say, okay, what if I don't succeed? What if it doesn't work? And that's why I also would like to share today what are some of the things that hold us back from starting afresh. Even though we know that change can be painful, but that it is also more painful to stay stuck with the things and the people that no longer serve you. We know that change is going to help us. And we know that change can really make us achieve our dreams and achieve better, but we get stuck. And some of the things that I was reflecting on that keep us really stuck, first thing that I realized was our limiting beliefs. And most often, those limiting beliefs are self imposed. We just think that people think, that's like somebody was saying, sometimes we think that people think that we cannot do it. Meanwhile, people are not even thinking anything, because people are so challenged with their own things that they don't have time to think what you think or what you can do. And so those beliefs, they limit us, and we stay stuck in our little corner, not knowing how amazing and how creative we can be and how much abundance we can achieve. And so one of the first things that I realized was limiting beliefs. And that's why the first step is to change your mindset. And then the second thing that limits us to start now, or to change, or to start new things, or to go out of our comfort zones, the fear of stepping out of our comfort zone, the fear of failure, the fear of what people will think. Meanwhile, we could just think about, what if we succeed? What if we succeed? I think the real thing we should be asking ourselves, what if I succeed? Or anyway, some people do new things and say, in any case, if I don't succeed, it doesn't matter, because I was already down anyways. Yes, Tracy, if we don't try, we won't know if it will work. Better to try. And like they say, there is no evidence that you have tried and failed, but there's evidence that you have not tried. And so it is so necessary to try new things. And the greatest advantage that we have now is we have can find help from everywhere. We have a lot of places, people, you have a coach, you have communities where you can find help. And that's why it is so necessary to take that leap. Take the leap, because people are more prepared to help you when they see that you are taking action. It's difficult for people to help you when you are not taking action. So if you want help, take action. No matter what kind of action, take action. And if you can't do it well, find help. Find help. I want to acknowledge Nikki in the house. You are always welcome. Woman Outdoors, I am so honored to have you here. And all the amazing people in the chat, thank you so much for coming. And thank you for always supporting me and for always being there for us to learn and grow together. So another thing that I also realized that was stopping people from taking a new start was the good old days syndrome, getting stuck in the past. Because a lot of times people think that the life that I have now is a comfortable life. Meanwhile, we are always capable of more. So people get stuck in their past and just dream about the good old days. But they are past, and now we are in today, and today's society offers so many opportunities that we just need to look around and we can see that we can become better. And when once I realized that my competition was against me to become a better person every new day, I will always want to find the opportunities around me. Like I was telling my story when blind guy and his wife, they knew me when I was just lurking around people's or behind the screen, listening to people, to when I decided that okay, I can also do it. And that is the beauty of hanging around people who achieve. When you hang around in a community of achievers, you start achieving things too. Hi Tracy, you are welcome. I'm glad you are here. Thank you for always supporting. Thank you for the love and support. So when I because I was hanging out with people who were achieving, I now became a go-getter too and started my channel. And today I have all of you amazing people supporting me. Thank you, cousin. I know that you are talking from a point of love. We can always get better. I I am still learning a lot of things in these whitey streets. I am still challenged with a lot of things. And like Nikki will say in her program, confession time. Confession time for me is I don't post a lot of videos because I am challenged with the editing. And so I'm still learning how to edit. And I all the videos that I have, I didn't edit any. But after you make more than 50 videos, it is time to step up. I can't hide behind I'm just starting. No, I am getting more and more videos. It is time to step up. It is time to learn how to do that editing so I can be putting more videos out there, because I I have the videos I can do the videos, but when I think about the fact that they will not be real good quality or better than what I'm doing now, because I have a lot of respect for all my listeners and all my viewers, all my supporters, and all of you out there loving me. I have a lot of respect for you, so I have to step up the game. I have to learn how to edit so I can give. You were saying editing is getting easier because you are used to. Tech is really not my very good friend. I'm trying to be friendly with tech. I can produce the content, but don't ask me to package it. I'm lost. Now you lose me. You will get me to produce you content, but when you start talking about packaging, you are losing me gradually. But I am learning, and I thank you all for supporting and for being there to cheer me up. Yes, I am so blessed to have all of you cheering me up and really making me know that even if I can't do it on my own, you are out there and ready to help me. Thank you so much. I acknowledge all the help, all the love, all the encouragement. And that is something that also has taught me because, yeah, we are all a work in progress. So, the thing that I'm trying to say is when you think that you have to start now, it is much better for you to progress and grow. If I didn't start this YouTube channel with that first video, that was not really like a it was not, I sucked in that first video. But it is thanks to that first video that I can look at it and know where to progress, where to improve. So when you start, it's really good to start now, and then the progress comes in the process. If you don't start, you will never even know how much you can achieve. You will never even know how talented you are. You will never even know the kind of things that you can accomplish just because you gave yourself the opportunity to start. And so the fear of failure should be like a springboard for us. Because why? Even if we fail 100 times, we can start again. And because why? They say fail is an acronym for first attempt in learning. And who has done it? Very few people have achieved excellence just at the first strike. A lot of people, I don't want to say everybody, people grow, progress with the habit of doing it over and over and over. And so it is not like people are perfect. No, people are growing, people are becoming. So people accept that perfection does not exist, and then they learn and then they grow. Because when you don't learn and you don't take action, it's difficult to grow. If you don't go like all the gardeners in the house, if you don't plant that seed, you can keep it in your house. If you don't plant it, it will not grow. So you have to. Yes, urban gardening, anything is taking a lot of my time, but it's getting a little better each passing week. That is the beauty of habits. When you start a new good habit and do it over and over, you see that over time it becomes easier and easier, and you become better and better. That will be a beautiful song. I think I can and smile as I walk alongside a video editing tutorial. But Laquita, I am not a good student when it comes to watching a video and just doing it. I am better when somebody shows me how to do it. I learn better. I learn better when somebody shows me how to do it. I am old school. I don't know how to watch a video and just do it. It's more challenging for me, but I am learning, and I've already asked for help, and I'm continuing to ask for help because I need someone to edit with me, and then I can easily catch up. And that's the beauty of having a community where you can find help of people who are just there to build each other up. Greetings, Mama's Handprints. You are welcome. I am happy to have you here. Thank you, everybody in the chat, and all of you who have been rocking it with me. I am learning a lot from you all, and I am so blessed. It's always a big blessing to know that there are people who have your back. I just learned how to move the green mark from sub. Absolutely. See, give yourself a pat on your back through Mamle, because you have learned a new thing today that is going to change and improve your videos. And that's why we are talking about learning and growing. They go hand in hand. When you learn new things, you grow. I am proud of you. You have to be proud of yourself. Give yourself a pat on the back and say, thank you for giving me the opportunity to learn and grow. And so, after looking at, I, I am so honored. Thank you so much. I am going to hit you a message after this live. I need it. Thank you so much. I am really not the best person to know how to ask for help. I am still learning, and I am so blessed to have all of you enabling me to ask just by saying I'm available. So now, if I don't act on it, it's on me. And so I am coming, and we need that lesson. Hi, fam, African Dreaming, you are so welcome. I am so happy to have you in the live. You are team no sleep 24 on 7. I don't know how you function, but I thank you for your energy, for your love, for your support, and especially for making people know that it is possible to live in Africa. Because for those of you in the chat who don't know African Dreaming, he's my dear brother and sister from East Texas who relocated to East Africa in Tanzania, and they are being country in another country and living the life that they want, the life of their dream, and showing people that don't think about or don't focus on the stories that you see about Africa on the TV. That's what the TV wants you to see. There are challenges in Africa, but there are challenges everywhere else. And it is possible for someone to leave Texas to go and live in Tanzania. Thank you so much for being brave and for really carrying that message so clearly. Thank you very much. So, what are we really afraid of to start a new life? It's because a lot of times people are so stuck that they don't know where to start. And for me, I really would share, because I always like to share what I did for me, which might not really work the same for everyone, but which might be helpful. How did I do it? The first thing, I always tell you, accept that failure and change are part of life. Accept it and take your responsibility. I like, we will call them some useful tips to help you make a fresh start. And we have all agreed that, hi, don't hurt the harvest. I am I am sorry if I didn't acknowledge you. I see you. Thank you so much for everything you do. I love you and I love you always. I hope you're having a blessed day. So now we have identified some of the things that limit us, or some of the things that hold us back from taking a new start. And yes, you are so welcome. I don't want to ask you today that what prompted you to take a new start in Africa, but it is always necessary to take a new start whenever you think it is necessary. Don't wait till the end of the year to make a New Year's resolution. When you wait, you pile up and go deeper in your challenge. And then sometimes it becomes so difficult to really pick yourself again or to really move because you have been waiting for the end of the year. And Nikki said, oh, a triple threat said she started doing her well-being journey in October. She didn't wait till the end of the year to make a New Year's resolution. And I shared that I don't make New Year resolutions because they don't work for me. I don't know how to keep them. And that is why I realized that it was good for me to treat my life like a project cycle. I always monitor and evaluate along the journey. I'm not waiting for any particular time. Hi, Kalikin, you're so welcome. Thank you for being here. So I don't wait till a particular time. I do it when it is necessary. And I will also like tell you, think about the way you treat your phone. When your phone is not working, you give it an immediate reboot. If you turn on your computer or your laptop and it's not working, you give it an immediate reboot. You don't wait till some time before you give it a start. And that's why we are advocating that each time you think it is necessary to have a new start, start immediately. Don't wait. Absolutely. Carrying in too heavy a load at the end of the year. Absolutely. And that's what waiting does, because the load becomes too heavy. Hi, Rudy, you're welcome. Thank you for being here. True Mamle, I don't know. Are you ready to come on the screen? I'm not seeing you. Are you there? So we're sharing how you can start when you find yourself with the necessity to have a new start. First, first thing I always say, take responsibility for your life. Own your challenges and learn from them. Like we always repeatedly say, we either learn or we win. There are no failures. We learn or we win. So take responsibility, own your challenges, and the real thing that you need is to be willing to give yourself a new chance. Be willing to give yourself a new chance. Hi, precious pieces, you're welcome. And so the willingness to take your responsibility and to take your life in your hands and to make a new start, it depends on you. Nobody is going to do it for you. And that's why we always bear in mind that, okay, that's why we always bear in mind that we are responsible for our own. We are responsible for us. Hey, sis, you're welcome. Thank you so much. It's always a pleasure. I am going to bring my sister True Mamle to the panel. Hi, True Mamle.
Hello, hello. Should
Greetings
I call you
from
sister? Should I call you auntie? I will call you
anyone you
my auntie.
want.
I will call you my auntie. First of all, I will say congratulations on your YT journey. I'm so proud of you. Honestly, I'm so proud of you. You are doing great.
Thank you
Please
so
keep
much.
going. And don't think about the editing. The editing, it will come with time. Forget about it. I don't care about it. Just put the content there because you have a lot of wisdom to give to many, including me. So just keep putting it there. Don't worry. The other day, sometimes I hide behind other people's life, and I heard people saying like, "Oh, I don't like this. I don't like that." Excuse me. And I said, "Okay, I'm learning." I like to go to live. Some people, when they go to live, then within 2 minutes, they quickly run away. If you are in the chat and you are one of them, be careful because you will not learn anything. You need to stay there and learn. Like we are here now, we are learning. Even if it is, you think it's useless, you should stay at least for a while. You might learn something. Like I'm saying, I type that I've learned a green button. I didn't know it was an issue for a lot of people. So these people was doing live and a lot of people were typing, "I don't like the green button." I said, okay. So when my son came back, I said, can you show me now to, there's somebody out there. All right. Please, I'll be back. I'll be
Okay,
back. Let me mute you. I'll be back. Thank you.
okay. So I want to acknowledge everyone who is coming in. Marlene motivates. I might have missed. Odom, you are welcome. Thank you so much for everybody who is here, and thank you for sharing. Thank you for sharing your time with me, and I'm so really grateful for everybody who is here. For us just sharing some useful tips that can help you to take a fresh start. And always it starts with taking your responsibility. And we always remember, they don't say you will, somebody will give you. You have to take it because it is your duty. It is your job to take responsibility to build a better life for you, or to just become your best self. And that's why that is the beginning. For me, once you take your responsibility, once you own your challenges, and once you acknowledge that it is okay to fail, or it is okay to have challenges, that is the first step that helps you to also know that it is okay to learn. It is okay to ask for help. And so once you take your responsibility, you have already, like they say, a an illness diagnosed is half healed, because now you are responsible, and then you start finding your solution. Hi, it's Dad. You're welcome. Thank you for being here. Thank you, everyone. So the second step that you can take after taking your responsibility is really to punch that fear in the face and try new things. It is so difficult to just go into new things because we are wired to protect ourselves, and that's why most of the time we stay in our comfort zone. Meanwhile, most often, like they say, your comfort, comfort and your convenience, they cannot go together, because most often what you are comfortable with, you are not, it's not at your convenience. You are just comfortable there because you think that you can't do better, or you just say, okay, let me just, better to stay with the half that I have than to go try something new and lose the half. And that's why it is so important for you to accept, it is so important for you to just accept that failure and change are part of life. Because why? If life is not a smooth sail, it is full of ups, downs. Sometimes it's the valley, sometimes it's the mountaintop, but we have to keep going. It's like the waves, sometimes they are high and sometimes they are low. You have to keep sailing. find creative ways to keep going. And one of the creative ways that you can have, we said, is your mindset, and take your responsibility. And then you replace the what if I fail with what if I win? What if I get it right this time? And that's how you start anew. And that's how you get into the habit of trying new things, because you've not even tried them. How do you know that you will not succeed? And the next step is forgive yourself and let go of the past. This is really so important, because once you discover that things are not moving, most often we start blaming ourselves, and we are so hard on ourselves. And that's why we say practice self-compassion. We are so hard on ourselves. If your friend were to do something that was not good, you would tell them, oh no, that's okay, you can try again. But do we really say it to ourselves? Do we really know how to tell ourselves, let's try again? Or that maybe it's okay to fail, you can try again as many times as possible? And that's why it is so important for you to forgive yourself and let go of the past. Practice self-compassion. Take back your power when you forgive yourself, and then use the lessons to move on. True Mamle, are you ready to come up? Anytime you're ready to talk, you can come up, right? Because I don't know what is happening. I just see you there.
So yeah, so
Okay.
sorry. I had a friend knock on the door, so I'm so
Oh, okay.
sorry. Yeah.
That's okay.
So yeah, like I was saying, we learn every day. Yeah, it's not too late to start. If you want to start YT or anything else, don't think you are not perfect or you are not good. Just start it. And me in particular, this YT has really helped me. I've made a lot of good friends through it. Without YT, I would not know you and listen to you every day or anytime I come across your video or your live. I learn a lot out of it. And I learn a lot from other people as well. So it is good, it's not too late. Like you said, we should we should forgive ourselves and learn from our mistakes and the past as well. And enjoy life and learn new things as we go. So yeah, I just want to say congratulations to you. And I remember I watched somebody's video some last year. I left a comment, and few weeks later the person came on my channel and said, "Oh, when I saw you, I thought, old woman, what are you doing on YT?" He left that message for me, and I laugh. And anytime he come on my channel, he makes me laugh. I said, he said, "Oh, I have been seeing you watching my video all the time." And I was thinking, what is old lady doing on white? I said, I'm not old lady. I'm not old lady, but I want to do this and I want to learn. So, so that's how it is. We have to challenge ourselves. And like I said, I'm so proud of you because not everyone will put their face there and be doing what we are doing, but we are all doing it for a reason. We want to leave a legacy so that in future children will come and listen to us, watch us, and yeah, so on and so forth. So far as we are doing something positive, yeah, it is good, it is great. Don't worry about the editing, please, because you should see my old videos. I've hide all of them. Naja daughter, you are welcome, Estelle. You are welcome. Thank you for coming. I've hide all of them. They are in private now. Yours is far 10 times better. So please keep going, Auntie. Thank you very much for what you are doing. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you very much, True Mamle. Thank you, my little sister, for all the encouragement and for really just like the person who said, "What's an old woman like you doing on YouTube?" That is their business. It is your channel, and you did not call the person there. If you don't identify with what I am saying, don't watch my videos. The people who I am called to serve will come and watch my videos, and that is what keeps a lot of us limited, because we are so worried about what people will think. We are worried about what people will say, like people will think that you are old. It's your channel. You
Mhm.
are the one who is doing what you're doing. If they don't want, they should not come there. And so, thank you so much for really also reminding us that every new day we learn something. And I even thought that it would be more interesting to have older people having YouTube channels so that we can continue this intergenerational dialogue. There are things that older people know, that we can teach the younger people, and there are things that we can learn from the younger people. And because
Exactly.
life is a continuity,
Exactly.
so if people think that I am too old to be on YouTube, that's their business. This is my
Mhm.
channel, and please feel free to just move on. Like what did they say? How many millions of people have channels on YouTube? Go make yourself useful on your channel, and don't go on people's channels asking them that what is an old woman like you doing on YouTube. I think that there are so many ideal people. So I want to welcome my daughter, Niger daughter. You are welcome. Blue Lotus, you are welcome. I also saw somebody in the chat. Play great. You are welcome. And everybody that's in the chat, I acknowledge all of you. Thank you so much for sharing with us. Absolutely. Cousin learning is opening up for new ideas.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And if that says nothing will impede my ability to prosperity at this point in my life, that is the way to go.
Great.
And nothing and nobody who thinks that I am old or whatever, that is their problem. What are you all starting now? Join the conversation. Absolutely. So anybody else, so what are you starting new now, True Mamle?
Pardon?
Blind guy and his wife, they asked a very interesting question in the chat. What are you
Mm.
all starting now? And I was asking you, is there any new
Okay.
thing you're starting now? Or
Yes. 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 Right now, my channel, when I started, it was True Life Story. That was the name, and then I changed it to True Memory. So it's stories. So what I'm trying to do now is, like, a lot of people, my friends, and even Whitey is telling me to go like the Ghana way, Africa way, to tell a story about Ghana. Because a lot of people are going, and like me myself, I'm also planning and my family to move permanently to Africa. So my experience and what is going on in Ghana as a whole, because Africa we are almost the same. The difference is small. So my experience in Ghana might be experience of someone from Togo, Nigeria, or the other ones, other countries. So right now I'm determined to start sharing those experiences in series, which I've started recording now. So, like we were talking about editing, is the editing part that is keeping is keeping me, like, I have a video that I've edited for 3 days, and like I wanted to move this part. And sometimes the part you move, something is telling me I knew that, but I'm still stubborn. The part you move, you might not know that video is the one that will go viral, but we don't know. We kill ourselves and beat
we don't
ourselves
know
about
exactly.
it.
We don't know which video will go
So
viral.
yeah,
Exactly.
that's what I'm trying to do now from now onwards, because all my Ghana videos has ended. I want to be telling story now. That's what the channel is about. hoping it will help other people.
Every story is helpful. Like my coach says, your story might not be for everybody, but it will be for somebody. Don't stop telling your story. It might not be for everybody, but it is definitely for somebody. I'm laughing at the chat. I'm laughing at the chat because Urban Garden said, when people are rude to you, just say, hold on and let me get my machete. And that it works. And everybody was laughing in the chat. But absolutely, it doesn't even need to bother you because that's their problem. If they don't want to see an old face, move to the next channel. You
No,
don't.
it doesn't. It doesn't bother me because later we became friends. Because after he went to my channel and he saw what I was about, he was okay. Like, oh, okay, now I understand you. I know what you are doing. So
You
yeah,
see,
it didn't bother me at all.
and that's how people miss their opportunities by judging a book by its cover. You judge someone, you just see someone, you think that they don't have anything to offer without even listening to them. I'm glad that finally when they listen to you, the person finally became friends with you and finally just realized that it was much better to just stay there and learn from you. And so you have very really interesting projects going back to Africa, which is really so very honorable, because a lot of times it's a big challenge to take those decisions. But again, what do we say? Change
Hmm.
can be painful at times, but there's nothing as painful as getting stuck. So when you still get your new ideas, I'm telling you, you're going to help a lot of people. There are a lot of people who want to go to Ghana, and your stories are going to help them to really
I hope.
integrate life better.
I hope.
And that's what African Dreaming they are doing in Tanzania. They are
Hmm.
sharing their story, and that is like I always tell them, and I'll tell them again, the fact that they left from the US to go live in Africa, for me, there's nothing as more honorable as an African to see that it can be the other way around. That people
Yeah.
really can live from the developed world to go live in a developing country and just decide to enjoy the life the way they see it and don't just complicate yourself. It's true that most of the facilities are not at the same level like you have. But there are also some good things in Africa that you can just decide to be simple and enjoy life the way it is. And so it is really, really commendable that you want to go back and share the stories. And in life, just do what is important for you. And like we say, you don't need to wait till the end of the year to make New Year resolutions. Every time you think that you need a change, change. Every time you
True.
think that you need a new start, start. Don't wait. Start now is always so important because you don't even know what starting now can help you with. You don't even know what tomorrow is made of. And like people say, treat your life new start like you reboot your phone. Anytime you think that your phone is not working optimally, what do? You reboot it. You don't wait for the end of the day or wait, you reboot it immediately. And if you did it that same thing with your life, it is going to make life much easier for you. So I want to acknowledge some people in the chat. There is my sister Melda reacts, you're so welcome, sis. Thank you for being here. This Nkechi, you're welcome. Cynthia, you're welcome. And everybody, please, if I didn't see you, charge it to my head and not to my heart. And there is my coach. Hi,
Boss lady.
hi, boss. I am always so honored for you when you come to support and when you come to see if I am really applying the lessons like you taught me. Thank you so much. Even though it is so challenging when you are talking and you know that your teacher is in the audience.
You are in trouble then.
But also that also encourages you to be at your best because you know that your teacher is listening and your teacher is looking. Thank you, boss. I greatly appreciate the encouragement, the support, and all the love. Thank you for everything. Oh, and so we were discussing the steps that you can take when you want to have a new start that will help you and that will facilitate things for you. Mamle, I don't know if you 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 can just stay and let's do it together, or if you have anything to say, just indicate when you want to talk. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. And also I'm putting the link in the chat for anybody who wants to come up and share too. You are welcome. And so the third thing that really will help you declutter stuff, learn to let go of the things, the people, and the habits that no longer serve you. This is a very difficult one because most often we hold on to a lot of things. Hola, Chico, bienvenidos. Most often we hold on to so many things and then they keep pressing us down. Meanwhile, at every stage of your life, learn to declutter stuff. Learn to let go of the things, the people, or the habits that no longer serve you. And what are the habits that no longer serve you? You will easily know the habits that you are taking and the habits that or the actions that you are taking that are not giving you the results that you want. You immediately know that these ones, they no longer serve me, and so I have to find new habits. And new habits, they are sometimes very challenging because we don't know what we are getting into. We don't know what we are getting into. But if you don't try, how will you know that you can do it? And so it is so necessary for us to declutter because when you declutter, you leave space for new opportunities. When you declutter, you have more space for new opportunities. Let me say that again. It is important for you to declutter, to let go of the people, the things, and the habits that no longer serve you. Because when you remove all those habits that no longer serve you, you make room for the new habits, the new people, and the new things that serve you. And that is why at every time you have to do a monitoring and evaluation of your life and always ask yourself, am I still on the road to where I want to go? Have I missed my steps? Do I need new strategies? It is very important to always ask yourself questions because when you ask yourself questions, it is a guide for you. That's always a guide, and that's your compass to know if you are still following your dreams, you are still following the things that you committed your, to yourself to do, and then that also gives you a clear opportunity to know that this is time to start anew or to re-strategize. So when you think about replacing old habits, you think about things that have made you become so comfortable where you are. And we have already said that your comfort and your convenience, they don't live together. Most of the things that keep us comfortable are the things that do not make us grow to our best versions. And that is why it is sometimes challenging, but very necessary to accept those changes when you need them and just take action. When you take action, you can take yourself as far as you can go and then you can find help. So when you declutter and you want to bring new habits, it's not like you want to change overnight. It's getting bite size steps. Sometimes something as simple as just deciding that I'm no longer eating out, or I'll reduce the times that I go to eat fast food and decide to cook my own food at home. Just that can bring a lot of positivity in your life. And you think that is a little change, but it's going to give you a lot of results. Sometimes it's getting enough sleep. You just decide that, okay, I'm going to rest longer and I'm going to give myself enough sleep. Once you get a good rest, the next day you get up, you are more productive. So I want to welcome Learning to Grow My Own Unimportant Homestead and everybody in the chat, all of you who are there. Thank you for your support. Thank you for your love. Muchas gracias. Deribas is my friend from Spain, but he speaks English very well. And that's why you see us mixing English and Spanish. So, hi, hi, Steve. You're welcome. Thank you for being here. Everyone greeting everyone. Please, if you are not connected to each other, everybody who is in the chat, please try to connect to each other because we have amazing content creators, people who are really giving their best to leave impact wherever they pass. So please connect with each other and let's continue learning and growing together. Now, when you finish decluttering, it's time to do an audit of your life. They go hand in hand because it's when you audit that you know the things that you have to keep away. But also, when you declutter, it's also good to do another audit. Auditing is not only when people audit finances, you can audit your life and make it better. And I have done it several times. When I audit, for me, auditing it means I am doing a self-evaluation and asking some questions about the actions that I'm taking or where I am, and to see if I am still on track with my why. Have I given the best of me? Do I still have a clear vision? Am I following the vision the way I want it to be? Or can I use a different strategy that will make it easier and better for me to get faster results and cost effective results? And all of these things, all these questions, and especially when you reflect on what is it that is holding you back, it is so useful because when you ask all these questions, that is when you will know that I have to continue or I may need a new start. And then you start finding what new start can I take? What new strategy can I add? Or maybe the vision, you've already achieved it and it's already complete. So, what new vision or what new mission can I start now? Because on a journey and we are growing. Life is a journey. We are becoming, we are growing. And that's why when we ask ourselves these questions, we find a way of knowing that we are still on track, that we can improve, or that we have completed this mission and that we need another one. Boss says, are you following the vision? Absolutely. These are the questions that will help you to know if you're following your vision. And in your vision, you can have so many missions. And that's why at every time you can start something new that will contribute to your overall vision. And you can start all of these by doing an audit, doing a self reflection, doing a self evaluation. It is always important to have the habit of asking yourself questions. And then when you have this habit of asking yourself questions, it helps you it helps you to set new goals. And I'm saying that setting new goals, you don't have to just wait till it is the end of the year to set new year resolutions. You can set new goals at any time you think it is necessary. Because why? When you see a necessity and you don't address it immediately, you sleep on it. If it is a problem, it will become bigger. If it is a challenge, it will even become more challenging. So the more you sleep on your challenges without addressing them, the bigger they will become, until they will get to a stage where you feel overwhelmed. You can no longer hold them. And then you become, most often, people give up when they are overwhelmed, which is really what is not what we want with our lives. When you get overwhelmed and you give up, because we have to have that mindset that we are a work in progress and that there is always room for improvement, and that you can always restart at any time. You don't need a permit to start your life. You don't need a permit to restart your life. You just need to find out for yourself, if am I still on my vision? Am I still on the mission that I set for myself? And then you know that, okay, if things are going well, fine. If things are not going well, start again. And what is the best time to start? Now, not later. Later might not, you might not have the same motivation later. You might not have the same drive.
Hi, welcome to Pretty and Camel. Today I got my first Hello Fresh box, and there's what we're cooking. It's the sausage and peppers on a bun.
I don't know where that noise is
And
coming from.
so I
Just
already
give,
have the oven turned on
give
to
me a minute.
broil. And it says core and sliced pepper into quarter-inch strips, cut broccoli into bite-sized pieces.
True Mamle, do you have do you have
Peppers, onions, and 2 tablespoons of oil.
True
No,
Mamle, do you
no,
have
I mute my side.
okay.
I'm putting it in my glass dish.
It's not from me.
I don't know where
I
that is.
already have the onions pre-sliced.
Okay. Sorry. Sorry about that, guys. Okay, we are good. That's what happens when you are multitasking. Yes, I found that I didn't even know that the screen was there. It was a silence and then it went. Thank you so much for your patience. Thank you, everyone. I am so blessed. I am so happy to have you all. And I am always so, it's always a big pleasure to have all of you discussing and just sharing our experiences and growing together. And so, when you set new goals, you are at the stage where you have set new goals. Now you can find help. Find help. You can either find a coach. Yes, I found it and I put it off. Thank you. You can find a coach, you can find a community. Sometimes, like I always say, I don't come from a background where we have where we go to someone to ask for help, where there's someone like a coach, a therapist or stuff. But I learned the necessity of finding a coach or finding a therapist. If you need one, it is important to find help. Why? When you have a coach, when you have a mentor, it saves you stress and time. It saves you money because the person you are looking at as your coach or your mentor is the person who has already achieved what you are trying to achieve. So they are using lessons from their experience to share with you, which you can use now to adapt to your situation and replicate to get your own growth. And so the importance of getting a coach is to help you learn faster. We learn in many ways. One, by our own experiences, and two, we learn from the experiences of others and from their lessons. So when you already set new goals for yourself, find help. It will save you time, it will save you stress, it will save you money. And sometimes the help that you need, there are people who are willing to help you. And I want to thank you again, everybody in the chat, everybody in my journey who has always helped me to become better. Thank you, blind guy. I'm going to take my editing lessons very seriously. I need to get that out of the way. I have been on it for a long time. I have to get it out of the way. And so when you think about getting a new start, like we said, don't wait till it is the end of the year to make New Year resolutions. For me, and like for many people, New Year resolutions are hard to keep because we start and then we easily fall back on old habits. And then we can't find ourselves, we can't find our feet, and we give up. Meanwhile, if we just take a fresh start as an opportunity to start over from a new slate, it's going to be more helpful. Because why? Because we are not waiting until we are overwhelmed and overburdened to be able to start again. We are starting immediately because we need to do it now, and because the earlier the better. We acknowledge that change is painful, but there's nothing more painful than staying stuck with things and people or habits that no longer serve you. And so, what will happen if you realize that your life is not, or you are not giving your optimum, or that you are not really doing your best? Because, like we said, always say, your best competition is with yourself, and your mission is to be a better person every new day. And that's why every day you do you monitor and evaluate your progress, and you find a way of asking, am I still on my mission? Thank you so much, Melda. Thank you, everybody in the chat, and those who are going to watch the replay. I always really appreciate all your time, because it's together that we go further. So a fresh start is something for now. Like I said, do not wait. Do not wait till everything is, or like the new year, before you think that this is the time. Do not wait for the new year to make resolutions for fresh starts and new beginnings. Imagine how much you can achieve if you just stopped wasting opportunities that are in front of you right now. Reset your life as often as needed. Just like you reboot your phone or your computer when it is not working optimally. So don't wait. Reboot as often as you need it and whenever the need arises. And then, what is a real use waiting for something which you can do now? I know that sometimes it's so challenging to start, but if you don't start, you will never know how much you can achieve. If you don't start, and what do they call a fresh start, by the way? A fresh start, like they say, is an opportunity to start over again. So give yourself 1,000 second chances in your life, in your finances, in your relationships. It's okay to have to make wrong choices, but what is not okay is not to learn from your challenges or from your failures and to build use the lessons to build better. So, like they say, life is what happens when we are busy making plans. Sometimes we plan like a straight line. I'll get up tomorrow, I'll do this by Friday, this, and then life happens. We are not supposed to be stuck when life happens. We are supposed to always look at this thing that has happened. What did I learn from it? And then you use those lessons to grow, to start again. And so, like we say, most of the limits that we have are self imposed. So, there's a question in the chat. Yuri, you are so welcome. I don't know if you understand Noni Tontai. How do we overcome the fear of putting yourself out there? I want to do many things, but I feel afraid sometimes. Wow. I don't know if you're welcome, Frickled and Frugal. Welcome to the life. I am blessed to have you here. And so, absolutely. And so, I want to put this question to you all. What do you think? Somebody said, how do I overcome the fear of putting myself out there? And we already, okay, you want to start a YouTube channel, but you are conscious of whether people will watch you or not. You just came in after True Mamle shared her experience. And from I don't know if anybody wants to answer the question for you. When you want to start a YouTube channel, start today.
I can
Punch,
answer him. Is it him or her?
I don't know if it's him or her.
Ah,
Punch
okay.
fear in the face and press record on your phone. Absolutely, you said it all. Punch that fear in the face and press record.
Exactly.
Yeah, True Mamle,
Please do. Please do. You have a community. Look how many people on the chat. I can't see the chat, but I know it's more than 20 people. We
absolutely.
will all support you. You know, you came to the right place. Let me say that way because when I start, I don't know anyone apart from the first person that helped me to set it up. So let's say with my family, I have 5 people that subscribe. You have 20 people here or more. So please start now. You might think you have nothing to give, but you have a lot to give. Whatever you think is rubbish, or no, people will not listen to me, or no, I'm too old, or no, I'm too young. No, there is somebody there. There are a lot of people there that will listen to you or watch you. So start. This is the time to start. Today that you came onto this channel, today is the day to start. Start with your phone if you don't have a camera. I use my phone to do everything. Start with your phone. If you can give a comment, it means your phone is working and you can use it for YouTube. So please don't hesitate to start. Today is your day, and we are looking forward to watch you. Please, we are looking forward to watch you. First of all, look for the name that you will use, and don't be afraid. Just press it and go. One day you look back and you will think, yes, I've done it. Press it and go. Yeah, please do. Thank you. And we wish you all the best. We wish you all the best.
Thank you very much, Trumamle. You couldn't say it better, because a lot of times we are stuck by the way we look. And that is, if you go to my channel, you will find a lot of videos where I am talking about the importance of embracing your authentic self. Learn to embrace yourself, love you the way you are, accept you the way you are. On Monday, we had a very beautiful discussion here with a lot of phenomenal ladies about accepting that you are enough. Recognize that you are enough. You are what you are looking for. You are just enough. Be grateful for the way you are. Even even no matter how you look, accept you, love you. I have another video in the description below where I discuss some 10, I call them 10 insanely clever gifts that you can give to yourself at all seasons. One of the things, just be authentic, be you as you are. And when you are authentic, that you attract the people you are called to serve. Just be you and do you. If you want to start a YouTube channel, this is the time, and the time is now. Start now. Don't wait again. If you see the people who have done 1,000 videos, everybody's first video sucked. Your first video can never be as good as your video number 100. Because why? You have learned from that first video, you have improved from that first video, and you have done 99 other videos. And I tell you what, every new video that you do is better than the previous one. Trust me, I am a good example, a living
Thank you very
example.
much.
I am a living example to tell you that once you start that first video, you have now a good framework from which to learn and grow. And you don't need to fear anything or anybody. Why do you want to start a YouTube channel? That is the only question that you ask yourself. Why do I want to start a channel? Follow your mission, because that's the legacy that you want to leave. And that is what will drive you every day to do a new video, because you are focused on your why. Blind guy says, yes, just do it. The worst that can happen is that you don't start and you will never know. What a powerful statement. Because there is evidence that you've not started, but there's no evidence that you have started and failed. And who really cares what people will really think about you or what people will say? Who really cares? What you care about is you, your message, and your why. Lis- Listen to the yes in your heart and close your ears to the no of the crowd, because you can't satisfy everybody. But your mission is to identify the people you are called to serve. And the best way to identify the people you are called to serve is to be authentic. Just be your authentic self, and life will be much, much easier for you. Freakier and Frugal says, There will always be haters on the internet and in real life. You just have to let that stuff roll off your back like water on a duck. I am nervous every time, but I sit myself up. Absolutely. Can you imagine the image of water running down a duck's back? It doesn't stick. The duck will just shake itself and all the water goes off and their back is dry. If you like, it's impossible to make everyone happy, so don't. As long as you are enjoying yourself and content, that's all that matters. Absolutely. And it's so important to just be you. Hi, Wanda, you're welcome. And everyone who is coming in, we are trying to help somebody start their channel, somebody who is afraid to start because they are afraid of their looks. And we were sharing what can we tell the person. You're welcome, Mountain of Inspiration. Everybody in the chat, you're so welcome. So we're trying to answer the question for the person. How do you start a YouTube channel when you are afraid of how you look? And we are absolutely, now you have subscribers. Hi, Melissa, you are welcome. Thank you, Coach Mary, and everyone in the chat. Thank you for your great advice and warm wishes. Absolutely. Can you imagine that if you just started your channel now, just go and create a channel now. There are 25 people in this chat now who will be your first subscribers. I can tell you it's not easy to get one new subscriber on YouTube, but you have 26 people in the chat cheering you up. So you see, it's so easy to start your channel once you are focused on your why am I doing it. Thank you very much, Angela. Your focus is why am I starting a channel? Because you have a message, you have a story to share, you have an experience to share. And what do they say? Your message and your story and the way you survived your challenges can be a survival guide for somebody. And when you hold your story, when you do not tell your story, what are you doing? You are depriving somebody to also tell their own story or to continue their life or to achieve what? Because whether we know it or not, we are interconnected. Human beings are interconnected. Your story and your survival points is what is going to help the next person. Most often, the things that happen to us happen to many people. We might really take it for granted, but most things that happen to us, they have happened to many people. Like they say, you are not the one who started it. History always repeats itself. And absolutely, that is one basic statement that you really have to always think about. But most especially, you see, Frickle say, whenever you doubt yourself, hit me up. I will be there to cheer you. And there's so much importance in the communities of people who are building each other. And that's the beauty, because you can't do it alone. You can't do it alone. In these YouTube streets and in life, you can't do it alone. Hi, sweet Rio, welcome. Thank you very much for coming. In life, you can't do it alone. What you can do alone can just take you far. But when you are in the community, they take you further. Like they say, teamwork makes dream works. And you, why can't you do it alone? Because you have your own talents. You can't know everything. Only God knows everything. And so take the things that you know and do them well. The things that you need that you don't know how to do, ask for help. And we have a community of people who are just there to build each other up. And you don't know how much help you can get if you do not ask. And even we have always been reminded about the importance of asking. Even in the Bible, ask and you shall be given. Here also in the YouTube streets, ask for help and you will receive it. I asked for help for editing. I already have blind guys wife ready to give me tutorial on editing. And there are so many of you in the chat and those who are going to watch the replay who are always just ready to help everybody. And I can tell you one of the greatest experiences that I have had since I started like a content creator on YouTube. You build a community of people that become so much that become so much more like family members. I'm telling you, the communities that we have built on YouTube are really amazing. Sometimes you just feel like you are family. Not that you just feel like you are family, because the things that people share on YouTube, sometimes they have not even shared them with their families, but they are more relaxed to share them on YouTube because of the kind of communities that we have on YouTube. If when you find a community of people who are like-minded, you can only keep growing. And how do you find a community of people who are like-minded? You find when you go to a community, the way you are received there will make you know, or you don't need a whole day. You just go there, the way they receive you and the way the people are interacting, you know if this is a good community for you or not. If it is not a good community for you, move. There are so many communities online, and that's the beauty of the internet, that we can be a global village of people connecting. In this chat, there are people who are connecting from different continents and from different countries. But we are talking together as if we were sitting in the same room and discussing. And so when you find your community, you can get all the help that you want. If you are not a community person, start by finding a coach or a mentor. A coach or a mentor is somebody who has already achieved the things that you want to achieve and who can use their experience to learn you to get there quicker. Stop trying to figure it out yourself, the things that you don't know how to do. It's going to waste your time, waste your money, and give you stress. Go to a coach, and sometimes all those things that I'm naming, a coach and a community, they don't cost you anything. They don't cost you much. And so Yuri is saying, my English is not very good, not my first language. Are you kidding me? From the things that you have written here, I don't know how good your English has to be, except you wanted to be speaking the English of the Queen herself, or like an English person, which is not really like, you just have to be your authentic self. You don't have to be like,
Sorry. You don't have to speak English. You can speak your language. There are a lot of people on YT that they speak their native language. Don't worry about the language. Just speak your language. But I left a comment. I just searched your name and there's a content creator with the same name. If it's not you, then you need a name for your channel, because we want to subscribe to your channel, but there's somebody with the same name. You
okay,
just, yeah.
I don't know, Yuri. Did you hear what True Mamle is saying? The comment is on the on the on the screen. She said she tried to subscribe to your channel. Have you started your channel? Do you have a channel name? That name, Yuri Neto, is already taken by someone. And those are
Yes.
the things that happen online. You have to check, because if you don't check, and you go and start your channel, you the person that has your name, they might confiscate your channel or something. So before you start your channel, you have to be sure that that name is not existing, that that name has not been taken. So you might have to check your name, because I already see people subscribing to your channel. Maybe they are not subscribing to your channel, they might not be subscribing to your channel. So please, you might want to check the name, and then you build your own channel. And I'm telling you, all of us here are ready to support you for everything that you want for your channel. You can see the love there and everything. Check and be sure of the name. I also had to change my name. I just, when I started, it was just Mary Ma. Then I realized that there was somebody who was using the same name. I said they were using the same name because they did not have any videos on their channel. They did not have any videos on their channel, but they had Mary Ma, and that's why I had to put Coach Mary Ma in front of my own name to get my own identity. And so that's something that happens a lot in the online. Frequent and Frugal says representation is everything. There's someone just like you out there looking for someone like you to represent them. Absolutely. And okay, so you might want to look at the chat. First of all, connect with the people who you find in the chat, and then you find you find your channel name, and don't work for some other person. Find you and build your own identity. Hi, Black Knight, you are welcome. Yes, that's very true, blind guy. More than one channel can have even the same name, and which is tricky. And that's why you have to specify and find your own identity and keep it. So find your own identity and keep it. It's very important, because I don't know, you might get some legal person to explain how to do it for you. I can't give you legal advice on that, but there are people who specialize, who can give you the real information that you need, and the help that you need to be able to protect your 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 channel. So before we go again, I want to highlight this comment that Mike brought. Everyone, body, please come at 8:30 to join Team Build with Joe on Mondays, every Monday, so you can grow your channel. Well, Team Build with Joe is a channel that helps you with your watch hours. We have playlist bodies where we exchange watch hours, and there is a group of serious people. So if you want to build your channel, you are looking for those playlist buddies, come to Team Build with Joe. Just type Team Build with Joe in the YouTube homepage, and you will connect with Joe. Joe is my boss. I belong to Team Build, and it is a group of very responsible people who are just working together to build each other up. One busy mama, you are welcome. Thank you so much for always being there despite your busy schedule, and busy, like you say, with your lovely babies. So, one of the things that people really always stay stuck at, and this is a big issue, is fear of the unknown and fear of what people will think. And that's why it is so important to go in an intentional self and personal development journey. Because if you don't develop yourself, you need to put the work to develop yourself, to be able to reach that level where what people think or what people say no longer matter to you, where you focus on you becoming better every new day. So your competition is against you. You are competing with you. I always repeat it. Your competition is with you. You are not competing to be better than your neighbor or better than your sister. You are competing to be a better version of you every new day, because it is your job to use the talents and the potential that God gave you. It is your job to identify what you have Michael Jordan level talent at and do it, because you owe yourself you owe yourself the best life. And if once you know that you owe yourself, find a way to pay that debt. And it is so easy to pay that debt because everything that you need is within you. But you have to work on yourself. It is a work, and it is a work in progress. It is a work, it is not a one day job, it is an everyday job, because life is a journey. And what is a journey? The journey of life is not like you take a flight from New York and you land in Chicago and you have arrived. No. The journey in life is ongoing until the day that you quit the stage. You are on the journey, and your job is to be a better person every new day. And so when you treat every new day like a new opportunity, we are saying here, and I'm sharing my experience, that I treat every new day as a new opportunity. And if anything is there that I have to start or that I have to reset, I don't wait for the new year to make new year resolutions, because I have realized that they don't work for me. And that is why any new thing that I need, I start now. Once I identify the need of anything new, I start it now, because I don't have to wait. Hi, Melissa King, you are welcome. Thank you. If I already greeted you, welcome again. Everybody who is in the chat, I am so grateful that you're here. It is always a pleasure to have you. And I'm so blessed because, particularly, we are discussing today the importance of starting now, not later. Do not wait for the new year to make resolutions for fresh starts and new beginnings. And imagine how much you can achieve if you just stopped wasting opportunities that are right in front of you right now. And that's why we advocate reset your life as often as you need it. Just like you reboot your phone or your computer anytime they are not working optimally. So when you look at it from that perspective, it's much easier for you to just press that reset button each time you need something new, each time you need new results, each time you need to move forward, each time you discover that you are no longer fulfilling your vision, and that you are no longer following your dream, and that you don't no longer have clarity. Reset, find new creative strategies, and don't wait. I know, and we acknowledge, change is painful, but nothing is as painful as staying stuck with the things, the people, and the habits that no longer serve you. And always bear in mind that there are no limits to what you can accomplish except the limits that you have placed on you. Because why? Most of the limiting beliefs that we have are self imposed. And that is why it is good to hear that, because if it depends on you, it means you just know what to do. And tell yourself every day, if it has to be, it is up to me. When you remind yourself that it is up to you for everything that has to happen, because they say you are the result of what you do. It's up to you to decide the result. And sometimes you get it very fast. Some people get it so fast. Some people will reach, they will get older before they really get it. The important thing is you have got it, and you are never too old to start a new life or to have a new dream. It is never too late. And the beauty of it is you are not a failure because you failed in one thing. You are a work in progress, and there is always room for improvement. And once you know this concept and you live by it, you already understand that every time I need improvement, if I cannot do it on my own, where can I get help? Who can help me? And then you find your coach, you find your community of people who are doing nothing else but building each other up. And I want to congratulate you, Yuri, because when you want to build a channel, you want to start your own YouTube channel, just coming to listen is already a great start, because you are not only listening, but you are also looking at how it is done. And my dear friend, I can assure you, this is not, before I started going live, it took me, like, I started my YouTube channel in April. Not until the 26th of September did I go live. And so it is not, nobody is born perfect, but we attain, we grow, we become, we progress in the process. So when I started that live, because when I started doing my first video, I knew that progressively I had to do, the first video was 8 minutes. Progressively, I had to do longer videos. And ultimately, I had to do live streams so that it will give me an opportunity to interact in real time with all of you, my supporters, showing love and helping me to build myself. And so when I realized, after being explained the importance of doing live streams, it was a big challenge for me, because I was, oh, I don't have a camera, I don't have, I've quickly started thinking about the things that I don't have. Meanwhile, my focus was supposed to be on the things that I have, and then I do it, I take me where, as far as I can go. Then the things that I don't have, I ask for help to do those ones. And that is what has been helping me. And I can tell you, that first live stream that I did, for some of you already know the story, but I'll tell you the story briefly. I was with my coach. My coach, blind guy, I was with Zan the man. I was with my confidence coach, Zan the man. Like, also, every coach needs a coach, because every level you need another level. So I was with my coach, and I was just telling him, way back in sometime in June, I said I would really like to start going live on my birthday. That was in June. My birthday is in September. And that was during one of our sessions. I just said it like that. I didn't know that he took it seriously. I was taking it seriously, but I still had that fear of not being able to conduct a live stream. And so, yes, Zan the man is the man. My coach, his name is Zan the man, and he is the man. And my coach knows that if he challenges me, I will take the challenge. So I told him like that, and we were just, each time we had other sessions in between. Then on my birthday, I was really not thinking about it again. Hi, Junior, you're welcome. I hope you're doing fine. So I was not thinking about it again, because I was still afraid and not thinking that I was ready. On my birthday, I spent almost the whole day, and at 5 p.m., he sends me a message. Are you on your computer? And I say, yes, coach. He said, oh, happy birthday again. I already wish you happy birthday. Now I really want to wish you happy birthday. And they said, I send you a link on Instagram. Click on that link. And then I went and clicked, and I was in StreamYard. And then he was there. And then he says, okay, I'm going to show you how to do a live stream. I had nothing prepared, nothing. I was sitting there and I had even forgotten that I made that promise. See, we most often we commit to ourselves and we don't keep the commitment. I am one of those. So I had committed to myself, and since he is there to help me to keep to my commitment, you see the importance of having a coach. He was showing me all those. He said, you press here, and press there. And then he said, press there. I pressed it. I was just thought pressing them without even like thinking twice about it. And then he tells me, you are live. Oh my goodness. I am really getting old. Yours truly. I Why did I think that you celebrated in December? It was Corey. I am Forgive me. You are really, I wish you the best, all the best, and more than the best that you deserve. Happy birthday, many happy returns, and I wish you all the best that you deserve.
Happy birthday to you, Brian Guy. Happy birthday. God bless you. Many
Amen.
more happy birthday. Many more good health. Wow.
Absolutely. Laquita, I am really sorry. Happy birthday. Hi, Miss Kim, my beautiful sister. You're welcome. Thank you for coming. I am so blessed to have you. And that's how my coach said, Mary, now you are live. So start talking. What do you want me to talk about? I didn't prepare to go live. I don't even know what to say. And then before I answered him, there were four people in the chat. And he said, there you go. Look at your friends in the chat. Are you going to let them stay in the chat? Are you going to let your friends stay in the chat, or are you going to talk to them? And yours truly, that is the best live stream. You can have I have the video, and the beauty of why I like the when you have an open mind and ready to learn, you keep all those videos. I keep the video to remind me of that first day and to see how far I have come. Because I don't look at where I am going, I always focus on how far I have come. That helps me now to gives me the boost to keep going further because I know that I am capable of going far. Laquita, everybody is giving you happy birthday wishes, well deserved. I am really blessed that God made us to cross our paths. You are always so helpful, so loving, so supportive. I don't take it for granted. Thank you very much. And everybody in the chat that is sending you their wishes from their hearts. We are so blessed to connect with an amazing person like you, and thank you for everything you do. And so that's how I did my first live show. That was on the 26th of September. And between that time and now, I can tell you I am more comfortable doing live streams than doing the videos. Like I said, since I am challenged with the editing, for me, it's really more comfortable doing my live stream. For one thing, I will connect real time with all of you. We can chat together. And then for another thing, it helps me have videos without waiting until I can edit a video. And that's the things that you gain when you embrace change and when you decide to go out of your comfort zone. Because success, they say, lies at other side of fear. Step out of your comfort zone and you will be so amazed at what you will achieve. Because if you just keep saying that, I always say, I knew that I had a content. Because when you have lived for more than half a century, you have seen so many things, you have had so many experiences. So I know, and I was confident that I had the content, but the problem was how to package and disseminate. How do I pass in this information? And so when I did the first video, it was not the best video, but in terms of quality, but for me, that is my best video. And if you go to my channel, you will realize that that is the video that I have most, that people have watched most. Curiously, that is the video that people have watched most. Because why? I was my authentic self, just being me, and just giving my story. So sometimes you even overjudge yourself. You are so hard on you, you are so strict on you. Meanwhile, you are capable of so many things. But if you don't start, if you don't embrace change, if you don't remove those limiting beliefs and keep reminding you, you will not know how amazing you are. You will not know what you are capable of. So I have learned, and I am still learning, because you have to be open to learn every new day. Because, like they say, every new day is a new lesson. When you are open to learn, you cannot but keep growing. I'm not really like doing the perfect live stream yet, but I am progressing. I am progressing. And I'm so grateful when I always have all of you in the chat supporting me, cheering me up, just sharing love, exchanging with each other, and just growing together. Just knowing that our focus is to become better. So I hope that everybody in the chat, you have had the time to connect with everybody. Everybody, please connect with everybody, because we are all amazing content creators, and each of us are in our own unique, authentic story. We have a lot to share. We have a lot to contribute. And never doubt the power of your story. Because why? Your story, somebody is waiting for your story to rebuild their own life or to get into their purpose. It's so, sometimes you don't really see it very clearly, but I can assure you, everything that is happening to you or happened to you has happened to other people. They don't know what to do, and they are waiting for your story to solve their problems. And that is why we all have to say yes to telling our stories. Tell your story. Don't be afraid. Don't be ashamed. There are so many people that are passing through what you passed through. And there are so many people that don't even know what to do with themselves, except when they read your story and when they read the way you, or listen, or see the way you solved your problem. They will use it at that time to solve theirs. The power of your story, the power of you being authentic. Yuri, I don't know if you're still here, but you have power when you are authentic, because people, the people you are called to serve, they are the ones that you attract. And then they are coming to you for a solution. Because why? Because they have seen that you were like them, you pass through all those things, and that it is okay to pass through those things, but that there is a way out. So don't forget to share your story. Life is full of new beginnings. Be willing to change, be willing to start new things, be willing to go out of your comfort zone, because you don't know what amazing things are out there waiting for you. And be willing to use your mind and your body with more power and consistency, because they say the mind is so important, because the actions that we take depends on what we are thinking, and action is the prescription for success. And if we are not open-minded to learn the things that build us up, we are going to continue with the old habits. I always call you resilient champions. The time to change is now. Give yourself 1,000 second chances. Give yourself a new chance every day you deem necessary. Do not wait for the new year to make resolutions for fresh starts and new beginnings. Always imagine how much you can achieve if you just stopped wasting opportunities that are right in front of you right now. And that is why we advocate reset your life as often as needed, just like you reboot your phone or your computer anytime they are not working optimally. And you can easily do that when you always do an auto evaluation, when you audit yourself. Don't think that auditing is just for people who audit accounts or audit money. You can audit yourself and become better by knowing the things that you are capable of doing, or the things that you are doing that no longer serve you. Just shove them aside and then focus on what's important. And True Mamle, do you have any final words?
No, Auntie, thank you very, very much. You said it all. Thank you. God bless you. You said it all. I've
Thank you
learned a
very much.
lot. I'm just keeping notes of everything. God bless you.
Thank you so
Thank
much.
you.
I'm really blessed to have you on the panel, and I really thank you so much. I also learn a lot from you. We learn from each other. We are a people in a community. We are building each other, so we are learning from each other's experiences, and that's what gives us the riches. And Blind Guy, we are resilient champions. We have new titles. I always call everybody in my community a resilient champion. One of the things that I did with my coach, thank you very much, Wanda. I greatly appreciate you. One of the things that I learned from my coach was, he said, what is the one word that defines you? And I said, my one word is resilience. And that's why everybody that comes to everybody that I know, I call you all resilient champions, because all of us have a track record, 100% track record of resilience. Because why? We all have had one or two challenges at some point in our lives where we did not think we were going to get out of them, where we really thought, wow, you're so challenged that you think that, wow, this is the end. But what happened? You flexed your resilience muscles. You dug deep within you to find energy and strategies, and you overcame them. And that is why I call you all resilient champions, because you have a track record of success in resilience. And I'm so grateful for all of you. Thank you for all of the people who are going to watch the replay, for all of you who are in the chat, and for you all who are supporting loving and building me up and building each other up. I want to celebrate you today. And I want us to end with this quotation that, like I said, I read somewhere. It is an anonymous quotation, and it read like, life is like a camera. Focus on what's important. Capture the good times. Develop from the negatives. And if things don't work out, take another shot. Start now.
Wow.
Start afresh and
Wow.
achieve beyond measure. Thank you all so much. You have a beautiful day. I love you. God loves all of us. Hi,
Thank
Diversity
you.
Love. We are checking out. You may want to watch the replay, and it has been a pleasure. Thank you all, and have yourselves a beautiful evening, a beautiful night, or a beautiful day, depending on where you are. I am forever grateful. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you. God bless you.
Okay, Kim, thank you so much. I'm going to definitely contact you. Absolutely. Yes, take another shot. Life is like a camera. Focus on what's important. Develop from the negatives. And if things don't work out, take another shot. And you know something? You can take as many shots as you want until you get it right. Give yourself another shot. Start now, not later. Thank you, and
Perfect.
I love you all.
Perfect. Wow.